Tesla didn't just rally because of good news. Today's move toward the $450 level was about something bigger. The market is starting to price in the possibility of FSD progress in China, FSD testing in Europe, and the future value of Optimus. But here is the important point. Some of this is based on facts, and some of this is still based on expectations. So today, let's separate what is real, what is still speculation, and what long-term Tesla investors should watch next. First, Tesla stock moved sharply higher today. The stock reached the $449 area and briefly moved above $450. That is a key psychological level. When Tesla gets close to a round number like 450, traders and long-term investors both start paying attention. The buying momentum looked strong, but now the real question is simple. Can Tesla hold this level? If the stock stays near 450 with strong volume, investors may start to see this as a new support area. But if it fails quickly, it could mean today's rally was driven more by short-term excitement than confirmed progress. So for me, $450 is not just a price, it is a test of investor confidence. The biggest reason behind today's excitement appears to be China. Investors are watching reports around Elon Musk and a possible China-related diplomatic moment. The hope is that this could lead to progress on FSD approval in China. But we need to be very clear, FSD has not officially been approved in China yet. Today's rally is partly about what investors think could happen next, and that matters because China is one of Tesla's most important markets. If FSD becomes available in China, Tesla would not only be selling cars, it could also create a much stronger software revenue story. That would be a major shift, but expectation is not the same as execution. Approval, rollout, user adoption, and revenue impact still need to be proven. Europe is also becoming part of the FSD story. Tesla's supervised FSD public road testing was reportedly approved in Belgium's Flanders region. This is not full FSD approval across Europe. It is only a testing approval, but I still think it matters. Europe has always been a difficult regulatory market for Tesla. So when we see progress in places like the Netherlands and Belgium, it suggests that the door may be opening slowly. For long-term investors, this is important because FSD needs global scale. If FSD stays limited to only a few markets, the financial impact is smaller. But if Tesla can gradually expand testing and approval across Europe, the long-term software story becomes much stronger. Another important part of today's story is Optimus. Piper Sandler reportedly maintained a bullish view on Tesla and kept a $500 price target. One of the key ideas is that Optimus may still not be fully reflected in Tesla's valuation. That is a powerful message. It shows that some investors are no longer looking at Tesla only as an EV company. They are looking at Tesla as a company with multiple future platforms: FSD, Robotaxi, Energy, AI, and Optimus. But again, we need balance. Optimus is exciting, but it is not yet a major revenue business. Tesla still has to prove that it can produce Optimus at scale, lower the cost, find real use cases, and turn it into profit. So I would say Optimus is one of Tesla's biggest long-term opportunities. But today, it is still more of a valuation story than an earnings story. We also had a negative headline today. Tesla issued a small recall for some Cybertruck vehicles. The affected number is reportedly 173 units with 18-inch steel wheels. The issue is related to possible cracking around the brake rotor area, which could affect the wheel studs. For affected owners, this is important. Anything related to braking and wheels must be taken seriously. But for the stock market, the impact was limited. The reason is simple. The number of vehicles involved is very small. So today, the market focused much more on FSD China, Europe, and Optimus than on this recall. China is not only about FSD. Tesla is also making practical moves to support sales. Tesla launched a 0.99% loan program in China for Model 3, Model Y, and Model YL. It also added maintenance discounts for some customers buying extended warranty coverage. This may sound small, but I think it is important. China's EV market is extremely competitive. Tesla cannot rely only on brand power, and it cannot always rely on direct price cuts. A low-interest loan can make the monthly payment more attractive without reducing the official vehicle price too much. So Tesla is fighting on two levels in China. On the strategic level, it is trying to move FSD forward. On the practical level, it is trying to support demand through financing and ownership benefits. That combination matters. At the same time, competition is still intense. Waymo continues to expand Robotaxi service areas. BYD remains very strong in China and energy storage. So even though Tesla had a strong day, the rest of the world is not standing still. Tesla has momentum, but momentum is not the same as a moat. Execution is the moat. Tesla has to keep proving that it can turn technology into real products, real scale, and real profits. So let's bring everything together. Tesla stock moved sharply higher and briefly crossed $450. The biggest driver appears to be expectation around FSD progress in China, but this is still not official approval. Europe also showed progress with supervised FSD testing approval in Belgium's Flanders region. Piper Sandler's bullish view helped support investor sentiment, especially around Optimus. The Cybertruck recall was negative but limited in scale. And in China, Tesla is supporting demand with 0.99% financing and maintenance-related discounts. So today's Tesla story is not simply good news came out, so the stock went up. It is more about investors trying to price in the next version of Tesla, a version where FSD expands globally, a version where China becomes not only a vehicle market, but a software market, and a version where Optimus becomes more than just a future concept. For long-term investors, the key is to separate facts from expectations. The facts are that Tesla stock has strong momentum, Europe is showing gradual FSD progress, and China demand support measures are happening. The expectations are that China FSD could move forward, Europe could continue opening up, and Optimus could become a major business. Those expectations may be correct, but they still need proof. So from here, I will be watching two things. First, can Tesla hold the $450 area? Second, will we see concrete progress from China, especially around FSD? If both happen, investors may become even more confident in Tesla's next growth phase. But if the news does not match the expectation, volatility could return quickly. As a long-term investor, I do not think the goal is to chase every move. The goal is to understand what the market is starting to believe and then ask whether Tesla can actually deliver. Today, the market is looking beyond cars again. It is looking at FSD. It is looking at China. It is looking at Optimus. That is exciting. But excitement alone is not enough. The real question is whether these expectations can become measurable business value, and that is what we will continue to watch together. If you found this analysis helpful, please hit the like button. I cover Tesla news and analysis every day, so if you want to stay updated on Tesla, FSD, Optimus, Robotaxi, Energy, and TSLA stock, make sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and as always, let's enjoy life with Tesla and keep thinking about the future together. Before we wrap up, let me take a moment to introduce myself. I drive a Tesla Model Y, and at home I've installed a Tesla Powerwall, so I actually charge my car with solar energy. I truly believe Tesla is shaping the future, and that's why I share the latest news and insights here on this channel. I'm from Japan, but I want to connect with Tesla fans all around the world. That's why I also create an English version of my videos. YouTube now lets you switch the audio into your own language, so you can enjoy it in whatever language you prefer. Most of all, I'd love to connect with Tesla fans everywhere so we can support Tesla together. I also share updates on X, so feel free to follow me there and let's connect. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.